Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got a new Cardfight Vanguard video for you guys today, and it's finally here. The Destined King of Infinity, Levidras. We finally got him announced after seeing him in the anime. I was so excited to be able to play this deck. We didn't get him in Cardfight area until like an hour before my stream ended yesterday, but I've been thinking about this deck, been cooking with it all night long, and I can finally share with you guys the build that I came up with. Now, to understand this build, you guys have to see my original Levidras build, and I will explain why I made the changes and why I'm going with this specific build. So this was my original Levidras deck. I was having a lot of success with it, doing amazing things, and I decided to keep it pretty similar to this and just tweak it with Empireo. But Empireo does cause a little bit of friction because you're adding more grade 3s to the deck that you do not want to call. You want to save them in your hand, and that becomes a little bit of a problem. With this deck, the only grade 3 we wanted to keep in our hand was obviously our Persona Rides. Everything else was, you know, a potential rear guard. I know Inlet Pulse doesn't do much, but he was a draw power card, and he was a card we didn't mind discarding or calling. The deck still needs its combo pieces to maintain its offense, but it also still needs enough draw power to be defensive. While the Infinity Eyes markers help a lot, they are not everything. And I kept running into hand advantage problems with Empireo when I was first trying out, because I would try and save specific combo pieces, and either I would end up with too much defense and not enough offense, or too much offense and not enough defense. This is the build I came up with. Now hear me out. We're gonna go through it real quick. I'm gonna explain to you guys why I made these changes, and then we're gonna go jump into a game and see how this deck actually plays. So our starter, your starter doesn't matter, play whatever you want. I'm still playing Ranker Chain because we have 8 orders in the deck that you can use with Ranker Chain. That early game draw really does help, especially going first or second. You know, getting a +1 going first, getting a +2 going second, because you get to draw off of your starter. It's just Levidras doesn't have a lot of built-in draw power, so being able to get some in the early game is really, really nice, and it helps strengthen the early game. We're still playing Mana Scythe Dragon. I love this card. Top 5 to add anything is just really, really nice. We're not playing any energy cyclers, because obviously we're playing Mana Scythe Dragon and an added Gasters. Those are the main 2 cards we want to energy blast with. Now here's where things start getting weird. We are still playing Destined One of Infinity Levidras in the Ride deck, and we're only playing him as a 1-of. This was something that I had thought about for a while. We tried playing Imperial in the Ride deck, and it was great when it worked. When it didn't work, it was just Levidras all over again. The flexibility of Imperial is nice, but there's not going to be a lot of times where you're not going to have that 1 damage to be able to use Levidras' skill. So it's just like the only thing you're gaining is to either put both markers on your side, both markers on your opponent's side, or, you know, to be able to do it without counterblasting. But the deck doesn't have enough draw power to constitute getting rid of cards from hand. Well, getting rid of a grade 3 doesn't sound like a whole lot. You're also saving that grade 3 to be able to use with Empireo. It does make Imperial's turn 3 much stronger, but you'll see it as you play it that you end up sacrificing. It feels like you're sacrificing a lot more. So we're trying like this. We're still running 4 Imperios for Persona Ride, and because when we ride Imperial over Levidras, we don't need to do anything else. The extra 5k, it is what it is. Either we have it, or don't. We don't really need it. We get the Divine skill just for riding riding over it anyway, and we still get to turn on all of Levidras' skills, because if we really want to, we can put another copy of Imperial into the soul to get 3 markers, but we really only need the 2. So that's why we're trying it like this. For consistency's sake, for defense sake. We still have a lot of grade 3s in the deck. We're playing 6 right now, but there's a reason we're playing this one, and I will get to that in a second. Triggers are staying the same. 4 heal, 8 crit, 3 draw. Obviously on 1 OT. We need some draw power, so we're playing draw triggers. Still got our Elementary Sanctitude. Here's the first change. In the Dim Darkness, the Frozen Resentment. If you guys look at my Levidras build, I was playing Spiritual Body Condensation. Spiritual Body Condensation was a nice in-between between Frozen and Infinity, Searching for Infinity Knowledge. Searching for Infinity Knowledge was an Energy Blast 2 to call a dude from the drop, and it gained 5k power for every Infinity Eyes marker you had in that column. Good card, way too much setup, and we don't want to use our energy. Spiritual Body Condensation is good because it calls a card from the drop and gives it 5k. So we're giving up the 5k to potentially see more combo pieces, because Frozen Resentment is a Soul Blast 1, look at top 3, discard 1, and then call a dude from the drop. So we're giving up 5k power to be able to potentially get more consistency. Burrow Mushrooms, this is our early game card. The deck does Soul Blast a pretty hefty amount. We're not playing as much Soul Blast, but we do have our grade 3 that can Soul Blast every turn. You put it into the Soul, you call 2 plant tokens. This is our early game card. We want to see this in the early game. That's why we're running 4 of it. This gives us Soul, gives us offense, and it gives us rear guards that we don't mind getting rid of later. And you'll see what I'm talking about later. Mythiarch, I want to run this at 4, but I didn't know what to cut to keep it at 4. In my previous build, it was at 4. Mythiarch just gets us top 7 and calls a dude that's grade equal to or lower than our Vanguard, which is great to get into our combo pieces, especially with a deck like this. You want to see our combo pieces. Got our 3 PGs. I am playing 3 Clarence, though I may cut it down. We might not need as much countercharge because of Imperio, but right now I'm keeping it at 3. Foxel is at 4 because it's the GOAT. That's another card that I might cut down to 3, depending on how it goes. But Foxel and Natogaster are still the most important pieces to our offense. Bully is okay. Probably the card I like the least in Levidras' main support, but she does have her place. Counterblast 1, call a grade 3 or lower card from the drop. And if you have at least 3 Infinity Eyes markers, she gets 10k. She just becomes a huge beat stick. On Fallen Natogaster, this is my favorite card in the deck. Energy Blast 3, look at top 2, add 1 to hand, put the other one to the top or bottom of the deck. You can stack the deck if you see triggers. And this unit gains 5k power during your turn. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Levidras in its card name and 3 or more Infinity Eyes markers, this unit gets 5,000 power. And if you do not have another rear guard with the same name as this unit, it can attack from the back row. Foxel and a Natogaster are what made Imperio's turn 3 strong, because you can get your 3 markers and turn on all your multi-attacks. So you can get 5 attacks with your opponent at grade 2. But you have to commit a lot to the board, and that's where the balance problem comes. You end up having a great offense, but you have to give up a lot of defense, a lot of potential future plays. We're playing Bracing the Angel Ladder, mostly because somebody at my local still plays Shiranui, and Shiranui is annoying, actually retired decks in general are annoying for this deck. But you could swap this out with any of the Regalis pieces. It's just a flex spot. Hell, if you want to, you can get rid of it and play, I don't know, a 4th Mythiarch, or the next card, one of the new cards that got announced, Night Formosity. Charmnet. I hope I said that right. This card can call itself from the drop. If you have 3 or more Infinity Eyes markers, Soul Blast 1, call it the rear guard. Super easy to call. Gives us a good use of our soul. When this unit attacks, if you have an Infinity Eyes marker, the same column as this unit, you can retire another rear guard. This unit gets 10,000 power until the end of that battle. And at the end of that battle, retire this unit, draw a card. So you can call this out turn 3, retire one of the plant tokens that we had for our early game. She gets 10k, and then you can retire her to draw a card. So she kind of fills the spot of Inlet Pulse, except she can call herself back. So this is the build. It's still very open to tweaking. I am making this IRL. I've already decided I love Levidras, and I can't wait to see what else I can cook with this. But enough from me. Let's go jump in the game and see how this build actually performs. All right, guys, we got a game and we're going first, and it looks like we're in the mirror match. So let's get our hand. I think I'm going to keep all of it. This hand is bonkers. All right, so let's draw for turn. He's probably gonna, yeah, we're gonna have to discard the crit, because he's probably going to, if I had to get, I probably could have got rid of Foxel, but just in case, if I had to assume, he's going to go Imperial turn 3 and go for 5 attacks, or he's going to go Levidras and use Divine Skill. So we want to make sure we have a PG for the critical. So now we're going to Soul Blast 1, draw 2, and we're going to discard an order. And not bad, not bad. We're a little light on the defense, but it's okay. All right, he's playing the OG ride line. That's fine. He's going way too hard already. Over trigger. I'll take that. And we got a Mythiarch. That's awesome. All right, ride phase. Draw. We have nothing in our drop worth calling just yet. So I think we'll get rid of Frozen Resentment. Yeah. So we'll ride. Now we're going to go to main phase. We're going to play Mythiarch. Oh, skill. Look at top 7. What do we want to call? I guess we'll just call this. And I guess we'll save the other one in hand. It's in the drop. Skill into the soul. Oh, I forgot. We gotta do this right because we're playing on area. I'm so used to Vang Pro now. And then I kind of want to do the other one too. Nah. We'll go swing at the rear guard. All right, and then we'll swing Vanguard. All right. As you see, he tried really hard to get aggressive, and yeah, now he has nothing. So we're just gonna no guard here, so we can play the game. I'm fine with a crit. All right, ride phase, draw. Racing Angel Ladder. Or do we get bird burrow mushrooms? We'll get rid of burrow. Ride. Skill. Energy blast 3. Look at top 5. I don't really want Hooli, so I guess I'll add the Mythiarch to hand. I'm kind of happy I got that because now I don't have to use Angel Ladder. Let's go skill. Counterblast 1. No, we'll get rid of that one. We'll put this one. Where do I want to put it? I guess we'll put it here. And then we'll put one altar. Oh yeah, he has to put it. I don't even get to pick. I mean, I guess at this point it don't matter. That's fine. This guy's just being a jerk. All right, so now we'll play Mythiarch. Check top 7. What do we got? I would have liked an Adagaster, but actually we can call this. Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's actually a good call. Shuffle. When the student attacks, retire. This unit gets 10,000 power. Okay, cool. Now we call Foxel and we call Clarence. All right. I think this is going to be a good turn. Now, let me give power to this thing. Battle phase. Swing, skill, counterblast 1. We'll give 10,000 power. We'll give it to Clarence and can attack from the back row. Twin drive, first check. Second check, critical trigger. Let's go. We'll go here and give the critical to Vanguard. So now, even if they get, as long as they don't get 2 damage triggers, I was gonna say all my attacks hit. Now they don't. Because this is 15, this is only 20, but this can hit at least. So we'll go swing, skill. We'll retire off the token. And then skill, she retires. I draw a card. He goes to soul. I counter charge 1. All right, not bad. But as you see, you guys, if you look at my hand, you guys see the problem I was talking about. We have 2 PGs, but we have 2 grade 3s and 2 orders. So we have almost no defense. So we got to be really careful here. Next turn will be nice because we can Persona Ride as well as get 3 markers. He wants in any front row. Okay. He really shouldn't do that because that actually matters, but that's fine. I'll put it right here. So he needs to be careful because the positioning of your markers does matter with a lot of effects. Like this grade 3 requires me to have a marker in the same column. So if I had, I mean, I guess he does have one on both sides, so I guess that does help. All right, so he's top decking a trigger. So he's going for 5 attacks. That's fine. He's good at Huli. So this is what I was talking about with riding Imperio first. He gets to get all of his effects off because he has 3 markers. But he would have been able to do this regardless because he could have just counterblasted 1, made 2 markers, and then he also could have done his divine skill. It's just not worth the extra card from hand, you know what I mean? We'll guard this 10k. Now it goes to Soul, counter charges 1. Vanguard. He's not using divine skill here, so I think we're gonna no guard. He's probably gonna hit a crit. Oh, we got a heal. That's fine. That's even better for me. 1 damage. Ooh, we got a draw trigger. I like that. Not 2 of his attacks don't. Oh, this one does because it's 30k, but his back row don't hit, so he loses a whole attack. 28. I will guard that. Oh, he could have swung with that. That just made my life easier. All right, so we'll get a Persona Ride. So we get to draw. Front row gains 10k. Because that counts as a Persona Ride. Now, so here's where we have the option. I can make 2 markers or I can make 3, but I give up Persona Ride for next turn. So it's like, do I want to do it? Because I can go... And we have our divine skill too. So what do I want to do here? All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use skill. We're going to counterblast 1. No, we're not going to counterblast because we want to be able to use Foxhole. No, we don't really have anything else that needs a soul. So yeah, maybe that is the better option. So we're going to counterblast here. We're going to put 1 marker in my back row. He's going to put 1 on an Adagaster. And then we're going to do our divine. So we Soul Blast 1. We're going to put another 1. We'll put it right here. Cancel out his. All right. Now we'll play another Mythiarch. Because we just saw all of them. Top 7. There's an Adagaster. There you've been. Where you've been my whole life. We'll call an Adagaster. Shuffle. An Adagaster skill. And we're going to Energy Blast 3. Look at top 2. 1 to hand, 1 to the top of the deck. Our Vanguard gets 5k from having a copy of Levidras in the Soul, and then another 10k in a crit because of the divine skill. Foxhole has +7, an Adagaster has +10, plus the marker. So bam. You can attack from the back row. We're going to Soul Blast 1 to call our grade 3 from the drop. Where we want to put it though. We'll put it here since she gets big. And then we'll move this guy up for a 15k poke. And we'll call this one. All right, battle phase. Swing. Skill. Counterblast. 10k. Okay, he PG'd. First check, critical. We'll go with an Adagaster with the crit. Second check, nothing. Now this guy has plus 10k, and we're gonna swing at the Vanguard. The reason we did that is because we're gonna retire it with Charmnet. Now we're gonna swing 18 at the Vanguard. Now we're gonna swing and then skill, retiring our marker. All right, and then skill. We're gonna retire her to draw, and then we're gonna go 40 for 2. Oh shit, we were missing 10k. We were missing 10k on the little swing. That was supposed to be a 25. Ah, I forgot about the Persona ride. Oh well, that's my fault. He's got 3 cards in hand with 3 damage. And I've got markers on all the important circles. So I think we're fine. After these attacks, we don't even have to guard. And because of the way Levidras works, even if we use our grade 3 specifically for Persona Rod, we can put any card from hand into soul to get 2 markers. That way we don't have to use our, like, say we don't get any damage, like if we blocked everything, we'd still be able to play the game. Though I'm probably gonna take the first attack to block his heal triggers. He's not using Divine? Huh. I'm gonna no guard then. You got the over trigger, that's fine. We have 2 PGs. All right. Heal trigger. We get to heal. We're fine here. As a matter of fact, half his attacks don't even hit. So he's at 46. If I take away 10, he'll be at 36. So minus 10. I draw a card, and now he's a 1-card guard. Boop. All right, so now that's 40. We're gonna mark her again. I draw 1-card guard. And then the 100 million, I will PG that. As we have cards we do not really care too much about. I'll get rid of the mushroom. All right. See, this is what I wanted. I wanted the defensive power. I wanted to be able to, you know, to not only combo out, but be able to have the defensive options. Because now we're going to Persona Ride. And we get to draw. Now, at this point, we have enough advantage where I can reasonably use this to put 3 markers down. I actually could have just... Did he even attack with this? But we don't need to put 3 markers down. Well, if we can pump up all of ours by 3. So let me think. Because otherwise I can put 2 on his front row. You know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll do the skill to the soul. One on each front row. And then we'll put 1 on this back row. All right, now we look good. So now here's what we're gonna do. We're going to call an Adagaster, skill, Energy Blast 3. Look at top 2. We'll add an Adagaster to hand. We'll leave the draw trigger on top. Then we're gonna Soul Blast 1. And we're gonna call her. Now this has plus 5k on it. Why is that 63? Okay. So that's 5k on, can tap in the back row. He has 10k on it because of skills. And this is without counting the markers either. And then +7. And the Vanguard has +5 because he has a Levidras Soul. So, we're gonna go battle phase. We're gonna swing, skill, counterblast, power +10k and can't tap in the back row. Wind drive, first check, draw trigger. So where do we get the 10k? This is gonna gain 10k on its own. Even with the -10k, it's still gonna be 23, 33. It's gonna be 33. This is gonna be 40. This is gonna be 28. This is gonna be 25. So we'll give it here. Second check, heal trigger. Wow, that's crazy. All right. So this has +10k on it. This has +10k on it. This has +10k on it. This has +10k on it, all because of the markers. So now we're gonna go. You have 4 cards in hand. We've got 3 attacks, all massive. We'll go with this one first. We'll go 35. All right. Now I could just retire the Anatagaster. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to swing, skill, retire. 43. That's still 33 for him to guard. What is the turn move markers? Control. How do I get rid of it? So it's still 33. All right, and then skill, we're gonna retire the draw. Then we got 38. Whoops. 38. Oh, they got a heal right at the end when it mattered. Damn, I thought we had them for that one. But it's all right. We'll get them on the next one. We have Persona Ride. We still have a PG. They've already been through their overtrigger. We're at 3 damage. Like, we're looking like mighty fine here. Okay, so he's kind of blasting to make 2. So he's putting 1 here. Oh, we don't have Persona Ride. Huh. That's funny. Thought we did. All right, put it on his back row. Using Hooli. I don't like this card. It's cute, but it's like you don't really need it. And is he Divine Skill finally? Is he going to Divine Skill finally? He's still not using his Divine Skill. All right, so he's swinging at me with 25. I guess at this point, I don't think I need to draw more cards, so I'm just going to not, because I don't want to deck out. All right. So 51. I'll take 1. Fine. Retires, draws a card. And now it's going to move to an Infinity marker and stand. Cute, cute, cute. All right. We're going to PG here. Discarding another copy of our grade 3. They got a trigger. But here's what we're going to do. They're going 50k. So we're going to marker to draw a card. So now they're 40. And then we'll just guard and guard. And now 33. We'll take one. We are running low on deck. This has been a grindy ass game. But hopefully this is the end. Hopefully. Because now we don't have Persona Ride, which is unfortunate, but we still have plenty of options here. We are going to, our Vanguard's going to gain 5k because we have a copy of Levidras in the Soul. Back row's still going to have, you know, +7. We're going to use skill. So we're going to put a marker here. And one on Huli. So now this has +10k on it. Just to pump up the Vanguard column a little bit. We're going to play Frozen Resentment. So we Soul Blast 1. And we will call an Adagaster. Though at this point, like, I'm gonna use an Adagaster skill because at this point it don't matter. 1, 2, 3. We have so few cards in deck. If we don't kill them this turn, we lose anyway. So I'll add this to hand and I'll bottom deck Impulse. And then we will Soul Blast one more. And call our grade 3 back. This grade 3's been putting in work this game. So now the order of our attacks does in fact matter here. So we need to be careful. Because we don't want them to draw the extra cards. So we're gonna go battle phase. We're gonna swing big with the Vanguard. Voxel's skill. +10k and can tap in the back row over here. All right, twin drive. First check. Second check. Heal trigger. We'll go here for the heal. Now we're gonna swing 30. All right, and then we'll swing 38. GG. That was a great game. It was really, really back and forth. I had a lot of advantage, though. I think I was actually closer to decking out than I was actually losing. All right, guys, here's another look at the deck. You guys can see what I was going for. I wanted more draw power, more stability. Sure, I lost a little bit of aggression, but I was able to grind out so hard, even though he was getting 5 attacks straight from turn 3. I had so much advantage. I did get lucky on some triggers, but I also was able to survive him getting the over trigger and still be able to push back with plenty of offense. I might have slept on this grade 2 here. Charmnet, she put in a lot of work in that game, and I don't know, maybe she'll be a 3-of. But let me know what you guys think of the deck. Let me know what you guys have been cooking. Let me know what techs you're trying out. I want to improve on this deck because this is probably going to be my main deck once it comes out. It's a lot of fun. I'm already planning on getting Levidras set 4. And I'm really looking forward to Imperio. If you guys want to check me out on social media, those links will be down below. If you guys want to see me play live, check me out on twitch.tv/Zaffikel or right here on YouTube, usually every Tuesday. But my schedule is still a little in flux, so just keep an eye out for that. I usually post notifications letting you guys know. That's it from me, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.